All right, everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome back to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be your reading for September the 26th, 2022. I'm feeling a little better each and every day, but usually at night I tend to get a little worser. I be trying to come on during the daytime, but I know a lot of my moderators and some of my loyal subscribers, they used to catching me between 4 and 9 Eastern Standard Time down here in Atlanta in the U.S. So I wasn't going to get up and do anything, but we got a lot of different energies going on right now. So I'm trying to be here for y'all as much as I can, okay? Yes, I'm still sick, and y'all know I got that C stuff, all right? Okay. Don't know where I got it from. Probably working at the airport, or maybe I got it from when I went to the football game that I had vlogged. I don't know. But yeah, remember I kept doing the readings the past couple of weeks, last month, and I kept saying when that sun goes into Virgo, pay attention to your health. So it was already coming out to me. And plus a lot of stuff that is aspecting certain houses in my chart right now. It is time for me to be sick. Okay. So a lot of you too really need to pay attention to what your chart is saying, especially with this eclipse that is coming up October the 25th, Vedic Sidereal. It would be in Libra. With K2 is going to be there in the same house as Libra when this eclipse is going on. And remember that K2 is your ninth house of spirituality. Okay. Religion. And with me, I already have Rahu in my Aries sign, which is my moon sign. So I have, K2 and Rahu really affecting me right now. And we talked about K2. If you want to look at my playlist and look for the video that I did on K2 and Rahu, I think I did do one when they first transited, because they don't move for every 18 years, 18 to 20 years. So right now is a time, especially with this eclipse, and I'm going to make sure I do a video for y'all closer to the eclipse or before the eclipse, right? About these aspects. Because right now in your life, it's like with Rahu and K2, a lot of things have changed in your life that you didn't know where it came from or why. Especially if you are Libra right now and Aries. It wasn't like this things in your life, right? 18 months ago. A lot of different challenges and things that you just coming out of nowhere, and either you're getting together, or most likely a lot of you have been breaking up with people. It's because it's a major change, in other words, in your life every 18 years. And every time that the Rahu and K2 move, you will have a major change, whether it's to your family, about your family, a removal of a child or the addition of a child, marriage, divorce, death, death, moving, a huge change in your career, whether you changing subjects of what you're doing as far as a career, or now you're understanding or wanting to understand more about your calling. What is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing with my life? I've been doing this job for 10 years, but now I don't want to do this anymore. I'm spiritually being guided to be and to do something else. some of y'all don't know this. I don't know if I said it before, but I believe my calling was always to be some type of pastor. And I've thought about it when I was younger. I thought about it when I was in my 20s and 30s. Because, next year I will be turning, January I will be turning 49. So that is also a pivotal point in my life right now, where I'm going into the second half or the later half of my life. So everything that I did 18 years or 20 years before was who I was then, and now who I am as a person has totally changed. And this is also can be what is happening with you, but you have to have the light bulb moment and understand and to see that a lot of you are not guaranteed to have the same type of money, income, job, career, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, the same type of relationship with your children. All of that is going to change day by day, year by year. So the things that you used to get and the things that you used to do, that's not for you anymore. So it's no point of sitting around, upset, grumbling about why this, why that. It's because it's another 18 years now that is changing. The seeds that, that are being planted now is for the next 18 years. And it doesn't even matter how old you are. But these are the things now that are becoming different for you, needing to become different for you. And you just must go with the flow. Okay, the more that you fight it, argue with it, cuss about it, it's not going to help. So with K2, and you need to look in your chart and see where K2 is, right? In what house. That's where you're going to have your awakening. Okay. Some of you will be guided to take some type of long trip. Could also be spiritual. Some of you I'm hearing always wanted to see the pyramids or go to Egypt or go to Cairo. Hey, Reese, how are you? Spiritually being touched and guided. It don't even matter what religious denomination that you are, but some of you soon closer to this eclipse as K2 begins to want to open up more of you in spirituality or your religion and begin to cut other things, situation, people, places, nouns off. And for some of you, it could be a job. It could be where you're living. It could be who you've been married to for a very long time. For some of you, it can also be your children. But it can be like your children who is an adult. Okay, I'm not talking about little bitty kids, right? Because we have to remember that even though we have children, all of our relationship with our child or children is not very positive for some people. And K2 spiritually will let you understand that it's time to sever that relationship with your older children and let them be their life. Let them live their life. They have to walk their own journey. Okay. Some of you will start to become very more spiritual closer toward the end of October. And that's K2. Okay. Working in your house, in whatever particular house K2 is sitting in. Okay. Yes. All right. So the hunter, track down your fears and desires. That's Rahu. And you see the bow and arrow. Some of you could be Sag, where Rahu is in your, ninth house is Sagittarius, right? But K2 is there. But the hunter here is showing me Aries energy. So some of you, your Rahu may be in your ninth house, or this is K2 that is in your ninth house. That is going to help you cut some situations so that you can now have more positive attention and focus on your desires and cutting your fears away. The hunter. Now, right now, Vedic Sidereal, for the people who do not know, that is what I practice on my channel. It's a lot of things in Virgo, including the sun. So if you're with Western astrology, then it will be Libra season for you. Okay. But for Vedic, the sun has just moved into Virgo, and it will be there from September the 16th through October the 16th. Then about a week and a half after that, we got that eclipse coming. Okay. Where is my old paper? Now, remember, I always tell you that the eclipses last 6 months to a year. So we still haven't even played off the last energy of the eclipse, right? A lot of you are suffering or going through situations where the last eclipse is still doing things in your life. You probably thought it was over. You didn't have to think about it anymore. You know, oh, it's just an eclipse. No, it's not just an eclipse. Yes, the eclipses are there to help to, as a way of cleansing. Okay. So the next one is going to be October the 25th. Like I said, a solar partial eclipse, and it's going to be in Libra. The last one we had was around in May, and it was starting to promote change and growth in your life. Did you pay attention to that? Some of you are still experiencing that now. Okay. May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So even with the eclipse in May, 6 months will be November. So a lot of things, the supermoon, right? The blood moon. And it was a total lunar eclipse. So even in May, all the way still up until November, things are happening in your life where that you don't understand or may not see the bottom or underlying way or why that is happening, but it is promoting growth and change in your life. Okay, all the way up until November. For some of you, depending on your chart and your dasha, you know, it may take a full year for some of you to get out of different situations, different marriages, different relationships. To finally get you to change your career, to leave that job alone that you know that you're not experiencing any growth in, right? Some of you that continue to work only temp positions, that's never going to be a sense of growth for you. Why? Because it's only temporary. You're only temporary until they move you to the next assignment. For some of you, those temp jobs, you will never have medical care or, you know, have a medical card for your health. It's certain things that will happen in your life that wants to is stationary you in other situations. Right now, it's K2 in Rahu for the next 18 years in your life. For some of you, depending on how old you are, that time period may even carry you into your deathbed. You understand? So these changes and growth, the cutting K2, is things that you need to do so that now you could connect more to your spirituality. Some people forget that whatever religious denomination that you are, it is things that you need to do in this lifetime, in this reality, for your spirituality. It's not all about the physical things here on earth. And so many people get so tied up into that. Oh, I have to have a bachelor's, PhD, doctorate, all this stuff. But they don't do mantras. They don't pray. They don't have a certain religious denomination. They just all about the physical earth. And then once they do die and pass over, their karma, the next lifetime, whether they believe is going to happen or not, is going to be more dramatic because they didn't fulfill the spiritual side of being a spiritual human being. Okay? Remember, I always say on my channel that you're a spiritual soul in a human shell. So you must always continue to connect to divine, however you want to say it. Okay? YOD, whatever mantra or religious idol or whatever you believe in. Okay, everybody is different. I'm not here to judge, but you must connect to that, right? So the next one, like I said, is going to be in Libra. After that, we got November, the total eclipse in Scorpio, and those are the last two, of course, for this year. So we got October, that's going to take 6 months, right? Then the one in November is going to take 6 months for that one to kind of wear off. But let's keep going. So right now, we have in Virgo, Venus, Mercury, that's still retrograde till October the 2nd. Vedic Sidereal, we got the moon, and we got the sun. All right, there's K2 in Libra, like I said. We have Saturn that is retrograde in Capricorn. I believe October the 22nd, it will be going back to Aquarius. For a lot of you, your money also will tend to change. Your sense of stability, finally getting stable in some type of full-time position. Because right now with the sun in Virgo, thank you, angels, okay? Your career or your job, or even just your sense of stability, because some of you may be retired. You may be an at-home wife or at-home husband where you take care of the kids. However it is for you, or you stay at home and that's how you make your money because you're an entrepreneur. You do things online, right? However it is for you, you're planting the seeds now, okay? You're planting the seeds now. Thank you, angels. You're becoming the hunter. You're tracking down, okay, the desires that you're about to hunt and to go after. You see all of the spiritual notations on his face, which is connected to your ancestors, which is our blessings, right? And also you're tracking down your fears. Because remember that Rahu is illusions. Rahu is fear. Because Rahu will manifest it in your mind, in your heart, bigger than what it is. But K2 is like the flip side of it, where that if you tend more to your faith and in your belief or your belief system, you won't have the fears. You understand where I'm going with this? Okay. Now, for some of you, you are going to, some of you around Sag season, okay, which Vedic Sidereal, that's going to be December the 16th through January the 16th, you will be able to have a desire to manifest for you and to be able to let go or relieve, okay, some type of fear or fear-based. Because K2 with this eclipse is going to help you to be more into your faith. Okay, because you have to understand what faith means. Faith is wanting you to have faith. Faith is that I know that all is well, right? I know that whatever your religious denomination is going to help me in this situation as I don't want to say as a desire, but what is meant for you. Okay. Some of you walking around here like nothing is meant for me. You're so embedded in fear. And that is due to the karma here of this 3D earth. And that's because you're lacking in faith. So you're letting your fears overpower your faith, right? So now we have the trader. So some of you, like I said, you are thinking about an import, export. You are also thinking about textiles, clothing, beauty, makeup, some type of physical product that something is on your mind, whether you're creating it or buying it from a company and reselling it as a trader here. Some of you are thinking about very heavily as a desire getting back into your business that maybe you started it once before and then you stopped because you started having fears that, oh, I'm not going to make any money. I'm not getting any sales. So your fear was being non-consistent, actually. and some of you put it to the wayside. But something as during this eclipse is going to help pave the way and move or shift some other things around or out of your life so that you can obtain this desire for this part of your chart, part of your life, for the next phase of your life, especially if you're 20 going into 30, 30 going into 40, 40 going into 50. Okay, next 18 years. You understand? I also want you to think back of what were you doing 18 years ago? Whatever kind of that you were doing around that time period that you didn't finish, something that you had as a desire that you always wanted to do, something also around 18 years ago that was a fear to you, most likely that is what is coming back right now. Either another opportunity as a desire to fulfill that on your journey, or it is an opportunity, K2, finally to cut that fear from your life. Okay. So exchange energy to create abundance. And this card, some of y'all are a Leo, because that card came out when I did the Nipsey Hussle video after he was assassinated. Let me say allegedly in front of that, because the person I don't feel has been convicted of anything. So we have the trader, and Nipsey Hussle owned a clothing store. He had shoes, t-shirts, jeans. He sold other items and stuff, right? So that is the textile trader, where that you exchange energy or goods for money, or to help to create money as a sense of abundance, right? Retail. Also could be furniture. Some of you could be in tapestry, or maybe you knit or sew blankets or quilts, or maybe some of you will have some type of job working in a textile company, or, where that you are the creative artist or you are a salesperson, just as good. This also could be a local furniture store. So some of you could be interior design. You know what? I always wanted to be an interior designer, because a lot of y'all seen what the inside of my house looked like, right? So I'm very familiar, or it comes natural to me as designing or interior design, right? So some of that, some of y'all can be into that too. So we have the shaman. Here's my ancestor here. I remember when I did my DNA test 2 months ago, it came up that I was 49.9% Kenyan, which I did not know, 16% like Sierra Leone, and I got some Egypt and Indian and some Finland, way up there in the cold area. I got some Finland in me. I got some Chinese in me. So I was like, what? Yeah. So that was flabbergasting. So some of you may want to do your DNA test. I always wanted to do one like over 20 years, but I never did it. Right. So I finally want to do it so I can have something to leave to my children, to who they are, who their DNA also is made up of, right? That helps a lot. So here is my ancestor. Oh, I had, what you call it, over there in the back of Brazil. And I got an Aztec Indian. Okay, so here we go. The shaman, trust in higher forces. If you ever want me to pull out my paper again and see my DNA results, I'll be happy to do that. Leave it in the comments. So we got the shaman, which is, to me, spirituality, ninth house. Your ancestor, your God. The owl on top of the head is the wisdom, right? Also can be Virgo energy. The Hermit card in the tarot. That is the most highest wisdom besides the Hierophant. But the Hierophant is external to me, is what I'm hearing. And the Hermit is internal. The Hermit card is also, or was made as a representation to Moses. Moses going up the hill to talk to God, right? To get the laws that was being presented or wanted to be known as laws. First, Moses wrote it down on the scrolls, and then God felt that that was not strong enough, is the only word that I could use right now. And so it was written by the finger of God into the stone, right? But just not Sunday school. But the shaman is here is about the wisdom to your soul. You know, the eyes of the owl also looks into the soul. That's why as humans, we read each other's eyes, right? Because that is how we see their soul. So again, like it says, trust in higher forces. So some of you, when I was talking about faith, some of you don't believe in faith, or you bypass it, or you write it off, and you're more concerned on relying on other people of this world to get you what you need, instead of internally coming up with your own solutions through your intuition and connecting with faith and spirituality, okay, which you have a stronger bond with than other humans here on earth. Remember, humans are always going to let you down because they're not perfect. But your belief system and your faith is, because it rests or should rest in a higher power. So now, like I told you, shedding the old skin. They're going to continue to give me the cards that I'm being channeled to you, right? You're shedding your old skin. You're shedding your old ways. Because it's time for you to exchange your energy only for abundance now. Some of you need to stop exchanging your energy to other people, but what you only get back is fear. Did you catch that? Yes. Bottom of the deck is High Priestess, Pisces energy. Harness the mystic power. Ninth house, spirituality, and the soul again. You know, they're going to give me the cards like I told you, right? So if you look in all these cards here, all of it is about rebirthing. It's about transformation. Soon we're going to be in Scorpio energy, right? 8th house. Next we're going to be in Libra, right? Where it's about balancing of the scales, exchange of energy. So you're being set up right now, if you're paying attention, and you don't let your fears overtake your desires to accomplish and to be consistent in something, trusting in the higher force, because the higher force already knows what your outcome is going to be. That's why the owl here is here to guide you, the shamans, your ancestors, right? To call on them to link through prayer and faith and belief, invocation, harness that mystic power that you have inside of you, because you are a spiritual being. Some of you struggle so much because you use so much of your human self more than the mystic powers that is already inside of you to connect to that vibration to receive and get what you need. Some of you do it the harder way. Shed the old skin. We're going to put a little bit of clarifier on this, but let me get one of these cards here. Saturn tried to pop out, 3rd house of Mercury. Let me shuffle this again. Now, a lot of these powers and energy is going to continue to shift. Okay, remember that Mars is retrograde in Taurus, Vedic sidereal, but then it's going to go to Gemini and then go back to Taurus. So it's going to be, remember, Taurus' second house, your home, what you own, your possessions, your money, your savings, your emotional security. All of that is going to be flip-floppy. I'm telling you now. So it's telling you here, don't let the flip-floppy of the energy of Mars going back and forth retrograde, and also the illusion and the fears and everything like that coming back up to the surface, mystic power, into your life right now, Rahu, because of your past karma. We all still have to answer to our past karma, whether you believe in it or not. So for some of you, it's going to be about love, relationships, your consistency, or what you did as a job, or what was your purpose here, not here, but in your last lifetime, okay, because you're supposed to be fulfilling that now, okay, discovering your life purpose. And then for some of you, is going to be about spirituality, things that you didn't believe in, or things that you failed to accomplish or to achieve or to connect to spiritually in your last lifetime. Is telling you to shed your old skin and allow the rebirth to happen. You must tap into this mystic power for a lot of you that is going to be bestowed upon you, whether you believe in the mystic power or not. Because some of you are going to have a huge enlightenment. Some of you have already started transformation, and your transformation has been going on for a very long time. And of course, we all continue to transform. We don't never stop. Okay? We don't never stop transforming until we die. So everything, Cancer, fourth house, everything in your life is going to keep transforming. Okay? You in one job, transformation, you find another one. If you finally stop working for your lifetime and you retire, that's a transformation. You transforming from working 20, 30, 40, 50 years to not working at all, and then doing or exchanging your energy to still create abundance in your life, which is your job or career for 30, 40, 50 years was not your purpose here on earth. That's something that you needed to do to be able to survive as a human here on earth. We all need shelter. We all need food. We all need money to pay bills. That's everybody. Okay? But it's different levels to this shit. And it's up to you to which level, of course, that you is on. Right? Some people are in the billionaire level, some people in the millionaire, some people in the blue collar, white collar, or no collar, or below poverty. Some people are homeless. So it's up to you to what level in this that you have decided that you were going to live your life as. Exchange the energy to create abundance. So however you worked or decided to work for a company or for a person for several years, right? And now for some of you, you don't have to do that anymore, or never got a chance to, because maybe you were a mother and you stayed home and raised the children and took care of the family and the home. Cancer, fourth house. Now you're about to shed that old skin. Okay, because some of you, your children are of age now and probably is leaving the home. So now that you can create your purpose, okay, harness the mystic power. We all was born, shaman here, with a specific skill, insight, clarity, and something that we are naturally good at doing. Okay. And a lot of people have determined that over the years, and they turned money into it, the trader. So however it goes for you right now, stuff is about to switch. Shed the old skin. So we got fourth house. There ain't nothing going on in Cancer, right? So use your intuition, like it keep telling you. And see, on the autumn card right there. Release the old and rest. Another mystic power of the crow here. Okay. So harness the mystic power. Use your tuition. Trust in higher forces. Use your tuition. So the cards are repetitively telling you the same thing for a reason. It's for you, aha moment, the owl here, for you to use your intuition and use your own guidance to understand your results. Hey, Linda from New York. Your results from your history is what you're about to experience now, but that's not the end to everything. That's not the end all be all. Okay. Now, for some of you, yes, the results from your history, now you're about to create abundance from all of the energy that you did exchange from past life, K2, and also in this life, right? Okay. Bottom of the deck is second house Taurus, like I told you, right? Where Mars is. So Mars is right now got a lot of you ripping and running or trying to change or where you live at, maybe moving, trying to find somewhere new to move, getting that together. Mars is, some of you could have had a lot of trouble about your home. Some things going on in your neighborhood, the landlord, the property, the surroundings, the city, the taxes, the property tax, whatever it is for you, right? It also could be your own money or income where some of you can't afford where you live at anymore. So with Mars being in Taurus, okay, and especially now retrograde, it's going to give you now a chance to see about that. Okay. Now, please remember, like I told you, Mars is a very aggressive. The hunter is very aggressive. So make sure you watch your speech. That's very important for me because, like I told you, I have an Aries moon and my Rahu is there. So my mouth right now is off the chain. And I have to remember, because already being half Aquarius, half Capricorn, I say what I say anyway. I say what I say and I say what I mean and I mean what I say. Right? So, but also with Mars being in my moon sign and Rahu is there, my mouth been off the chain. And I have to really curve what I say when I say it. Because I have to also remember the results from what I say when I say it, and possibly at the wrong time. Okay, but this for some of you, not all of you. Also, Mars will make you eat. Okay, Mars will make you eat, especially being in Taurus, because Taurus' second house is food. Shed the old skin. Some of you may go or start into some type of diet regimen, whether you're trying to gain weight or lose weight. Also, this can be a very important or pivotal point for you because of your age. It is time for you to shed that old skin. Okay. Some of you also, with the hunter here, may be looking for cosmetic surgery. Make sure you please look in your chart or book a reading from me. To make sure it is it's never really a great time, but making sure that it's not an auspicious time for you if you're deciding to go up under the knife. Okay. Now is not a good time around any kind of retrograde or any type of eclipses, because you will be eclipsed away on the operating table. Do not. Okay. Unless it's life or death. Do not have any type of cosmetic surgery around or during an eclipse. Okay. Let me go ahead and put your cards out here so we can move along. Thank you to all my moderators. And we see there the High Priestess again. Pisces energy. That's also where Jupiter, right, is retrograde right now. So for some of you, you see that Jupiter retrograde in Pisces. How long Jupiter is going to be retrograde? till November the 23rd. Okay. So for some of you, if your month has been very well, you got up until November the 23rd. Okay. When Jupiter will go back direct, and you will, the things that you're doing now, struggling with, shedding the old skin, whether it's a situation, marriage, relationship, being single, okay, shedding that old skin, whatever it is for you, while Jupiter is still retrograde to November the 23rd, right? But then, what did I tell y'all? We got that eclipse November the 7th and 8th. So really, it's a good time to just work on your spirituality, go with the flow, harness in all the mystic power that you can, and just ride the wave until we go into next year. Okay? That's what I'm advising you. Don't look for love and marriage and relationship. And if you find a job, try and stick with it at least until the end of the year before you're trying to quit or find something else. Okay? You love your Capricorn, Aquarius. I love you, Stagner, because you're the Capricorn. Okay, now it's time, it's telling you to work on you. Work on your spirit. Work on your prayers. Work on your health. Shed your old skin. Work on you so that you can be here next year. Don't worry about, I don't got no girlfriend, I don't got no boyfriend and all that, right? It's some stuff about you anyway that you need to be shedding. So right now, you trying to connect and have a love affair and all that stuff, it ain't gonna work anyway. So don't even try and bring that into your manifestation, new moon, as of yesterday, right? And that's why I didn't do no reading yesterday. Now we have, what is that? The 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Some of y'all are out of work, haven't found a job, or even the 8 of Pentacles is about your 10th house, Capricorn, of your career. But this is also the High Priestess here. It's telling you, you have the answers. You are the mystic power to stop working on what you want to stop working on. It seems like the High Priestess here is turning into the Hunter, because the High Priestess knows things spiritually, and it is embedded into all of us, in our skin, in our DNA, in our mind, in our crown chakra, in our heart, sacral, solar, in our root. It's embedded into all of us. It's up to you on how you harness it and how you project it. All of y'all can even do and channel what I'm doing, but you don't tap into your mystic power here. You think like, oh, it's only people with a gift. Some people do have a better inclination as part of their soul path, like this for me, but you still can do this. This is nothing that nobody can't do, because we're all spiritual beings living a human experience. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. It's time for you to understand what now you need to focus your energy toward. Okay? Because some of you not working on nothing. I don't know what particularly that means. Maybe you're just not working right now. Look at their consciousness. I can't even shuffle the deck. We got Buddha here. You see Buddha all around here, right? There it go. So Buddha, third eye is lit up. Third eye of awareness. The third eye is connected to the crown, your consciousness, the High Priestess. So it's time for you consciously, subconsciously, and consciously to understand what you're going to continue to give your energy to. Okay? Because something in your life is taking your energy, and it's time to switch up. You already know what it is, High Priestess. A lot of you not even explaining what you're about to do. You're not telling nobody. You will be following your intuition and your guides. And you are or will spiritually be open to what is next. Because some of you are feeling and knowing that this now is a very important life or death time period for you. Because it can be considering Taurus, second house over there, fourth house of Cancer. Your stability, your support, how you're getting support, how you're going to continue to support yourself. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You connecting to your faith. Because some of you, a lot of you know that something made you, right? So when it's time for you to pass over, you will be reconnecting with that source. So are you doing the work so that when you do reconnect with that source, you will get the abundance that is due for you? And some people call that everlasting life, or however you want to say it. But we don't want to go deeper into that. I have to start my podcast back up to be able to really talk the way that I want to talk. But consciously, some of you may know that it's time to leave a certain job or career or situation, and your conscious mind is torn. Okay. But internally, you got the answer, High Priestess. Some of you may just be waiting but before you do tell somebody or make a move and switch up. So for some of you, it could be less than 8 days, less than 8 months, and less than 8 weeks. Okay. Where that maybe some of you will get into a better job or position and be able to make more money. The trader here. Next card is the Two of Cups. Pisces energy again. You see the Pisces here. Remember that Pisces 12th house is also about losses. It's about endings, right? The 12th house resets to first house, Aries, the hunter, you, the sun, who you are, your appearance, your body, your personality, who you are as made up as a human. That's first house. That's when you were born. First house, right? And you'll go all the way from first house to 12th house when you die and pass over. Now, if you don't die, right, that means you have a reset and you go back to zero, the Fool card. So for some of you right now, these losses are supposed to be happening in your life so that you can start back zero, the Fool card, take a leap of faith and start or continue to on your journey, right? Walking your path. So for some of you, these losses, separations, breakup, loss of a job, Eight of Pentacles, loss of a love relationship and or marriage, so that you can go ahead and move on and have another reset when it comes to a Two of Cups. But some of you are causing tower moments where that you're hanging on to somebody when that person ain't even somebody you supposed to end up with the next 18 years. So shed the old skin, right? Now, the Two of Cups is a sense of I was just finna say, I called a Hermit and there you go. I was finna say twin flame, but you know, the Two of Cups can also be considered as a partnership. You know, and we have all different partnerships on earth with people. Business partners, partnership with parenting and co-parenting, right? That's a partnership. Whether the other parent do something or not, it still took two to tango to create a child. So it was still a partnership, right? You got partnerships to a job, signed up as an employee. This also could be meeting somebody new, where that you're shedding the old skin so that now you can meet somebody as rebirthed, right? That you can now want to exchange your energy to help to create abundance with them and them to you. It seems like your spirit soul is telling you, your conscious mind, that you have to recognize that you're not shedding the old stuff about you. So this is also why you're still stuck in all different type of situations. You're not harnessing the power or power enough to be truly who you are. And this is also what this eclipse in K2, okay, is about to cut out of you and your life. Not literally, okay, but it seemed like it's trying to open up the doors spiritually to you so that you could connect then to your abundance. And that abundance and prosperity is a lot of things that we're doing and working and trying to obtain every day in here on earth, right? In life. But it's so much easier if you obtain it through your mystic powers, your consciousness, connecting to your faith, being obsolete towards your fears, manifesting only what you desire. Instead of being in your head all the time with fears, you're blocking your power that way. So we have the Hermit, like I told you, right? You see also the red sash around his waist. That is this Two of Cups right here. The red sash is a representation of karma, but also the energy of partnership or connecting to a soulful partnership. If you also see how the owl and the Two of Cups here, that is, and the red sash, that is connecting to your soulmate. We have more than one, okay? We all are meant to have more than one. But when you find that one that you are supposed to carry out, okay, your assignment, right? I understood the assignment, you know what I mean? Then that will unlock other abundance in their life and your life. All right, your last card, Queen of Pentacles. Getting to the money, getting to stability. Some of you are about to become a wife. Some of you are already a wife. But some of you, divine feminines, you are about to unlock some type of prosperity in your life when it comes to your support and stability. Okay. Now, the Hermit also, whether you're a masculine or divine feminine, the Hermit in reverse is, again, the K2 issue, right? Hermit is always about spirituality. He's going up the mountain to not only to talk to God, right? To get clarity and insight, advice, okay, and direction, and to understand his or her soul better. Like, who am I? Consciousness. How and why did you create me? What is my purpose? All of that is what you were doing as the Hermit card in the upright. And some of you will find this and understand it, Queen of Pentacles, and then go after and achieve that desire, which also can be finding a new foundation as a home. Some of you are moving. It could be a new foundation as a job or a career. For some of you, it will be love. Okay, you even see the fish here, which is fluidity and prosperity. So what the Hermit was looking for, and some of you will find your love. You know, the Hermit card is, the Hermit is looking for its lover, right? And right next to the Two of Cups and the Hermit in reverse, some of you will find your love, whether you feel like you will or not. What's the timing period is going to be different for everybody. But remember that the tarot cards is about the future. It's not about, oh, tell me what happened yesterday. You haven't even, you still in fears. So how can this stuff unlock for you if you haven't been the hunter to hunt down your desire? Two of Cups. Not only physically, not literally, but spiritually. You have to understand that obtaining that type of soulmate or partnership or love that you're looking for is a spiritual intonation, right? Or invocation. Some of you keep trying to make it a physical. It's a spiritual connection. So this is why you spiritually ain't connected to the right person, because you're more in fear about what you're going to get instead of going forward in faith about knowing what you will receive is right already for you. This is your door. This card came up in reverse, which is blessed is space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. So again, the point of Palo Santo and sage, it's again a spiritual invocation or cleansing. This is dragon blood. It's broke now, but this was my white sage. Okay. And the things that look like this was Palo Santo. So cleansing of the spirit, mind, and soul. The high priestess, the hermit. Shed the old skin. The shaman, right? What was the shaman in tribal days was the equivalent to the Hierophant, right? And was the religious leader of the tribal community or the land. The hermit. Thank you, angels. This is the same thing. 2023 pictorial. And what's a year for the Aztec or the Mayans, right? Same thing. Also could be considered as the Hierophant, the shaman. The people of the community would go to the shaman and had to get permission for marriage, for birth, for healing, for protection, for spiritual cleansing. Okay? So bless this space. You need to, or I suggest that you continue to cleanse. Ask your spirit guides, your shaman, connect to your ancestors. And what is this that flip? The Temperance. 9th house spirituality again. Sag. I'm telling you what's coming up. It's spiritual energy. Bottom of the deck is the moon. The new moon we had yesterday. Already Cancer right there. I feel that my moon card is Cancer, not Pisces energy. We got all these spiritual cards here that keep telling you the same thing. Bless this space, the shaman, the temperance, the hermit, shed the old skin if you want, spiritual, the hermit, temperance, the hermit, the shaman, the hermit, bless the space with sage and Palo Santo, spiritual cleansing. Not only you circle it around your crown, your heart, your throat, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, the bottom of your feet, the root. You also cleanse your whole house, your whole apartment. I even take the sage and Palo Santo and I go over my doors, my windows, my patio door. I take it around my car for protection and cleansing while I'm driving. Okay. I cleanse the outside of my door with sage. I cleanse the outside of my windows with sage. I walk around my house with sage for cleansing and protection. Right? High priestess, Buddha, another spiritual idol, because, well, they made Buddha out of statues, but Buddha was a real person. right? Consciousness. All of this is spiritual. K2. And again, the eclipse, it will be happening, right? October the 25th, right when Libra will be going into ninth house. I mean K2. Hold on. Yeah. Libra for me, Vedic Sidereal, is October the 16th through November the 16th. So Libra going into Scorpio, 8th house of transformation and change. Right? All right. So I'm glad that y'all tuned in today and I was able to give you some type of spiritual answers. Even the Temperance card in reverse. A lot of you, you know, your temper is upset. You could actually be acting like a hunter, where that you're very aggressive. You need to know where your Mars is in what house. Okay, you could be very irritated, become very angry very easily, especially for some of you with Mars being in retrograde. Just take it easy. You know, a lot of you also with the Cancer 4th house and with Mars aspecting, be wary of trouble with your car. Okay, so make sure that you're doing the maintenance on your car right now. It could be from tires to brakes to transmission, running out of gas. Okay, we also could have road rage incidents and everything like that, right? But you will have stability coming for you, Queen of Pentacles. The change is coming. We just need to accept these transits of these planets, the different energy that is given off. We just have to go with the flow, and it's just now time to connect to spirituality. Okay, it's a huge cleansing that you need to work on that right now. And you don't have to believe in God. You don't have to believe anything that I'm saying, but your own conscious mind will start to pull you or sway you into more passages, you know, the actual work. Some of you could start to go help out with your church, with your synagogue. It could be that you are thinking about going into a career of studying religion, or some of you may just start to study different religion backgrounds, watching different YouTubes about religion and how it came about. You're going to try to connect some type of way. Okay, that's K2. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.